the night. McMahon hitting just 163 with runners in scoring position this year. Well, then Michael Conforto was not doing much before he got the go-ahead hit in the 8th inning for the Dodgers last night.
Well, he's way off the plate, isn't he?
And McMahon slices one, caught by Beatty, and he gets the double play. Oh, wow! Beatty snags the liner and then gets the glove to the bag to double up Beck. 2 men down.
Oh, boy. Someone up there likes the Mets.
He tagged him out rather than going for the bag. Not sure why, but it worked.
He's away.
He was able to push him off the bag as he made the tag.
Wow.
Attaboy. How's Andy Gonzalez feeling now?
Wow.
1-2 coming to Doyle. Struck him out. Stanek lets out a roar as somehow he escapes a bases loaded, no out jam in the 8th.
Wow.
Of the night. They began with an opener tonight. It worked well for them. Soto lines one into left center for a base hit. Doyle gets over to cut it off. Soto takes a turn and holds with a 1-out single. 3rd hit of the night for Juan Soto, on base for the 4th time. And that'll bring up Alonso. Soto at first, 1 out, 3-2 to Alonso.
Catcher setting up in.
Not running. And Alonso takes ball 4, and that pushes the go-ahead run to second base. So Alonso's on base for the 3rd straight time. And now Lindor will pinch hit for Taylor. Francisco sat out yesterday with a broken toe, out of the lineup again today, but did some running, did some cage work, said he might be ready to go for later in the game, and here he is. Lindor has had 10 pinch hit plate appearances in his entire career. 2 for 7 with a walk, a hit by pitch, and a sacrifice fly in those 10 plate appearances.
Well, it's one heck of a ball game.
Soto is the go-ahead run at 3rd. Alonso at first with 2 out, and Lindor pinch hitting for Taylor. Agnos throws a split, so Soto has to be on his toes on a potential wild pitch. And he throws a first pitch cutter for a strike to Lindor, 0-1.
Oh, there's the protection right there. With that right foot is where the break is, the toe.
36 RBIs on the year for Francisco. And he drives one down the right field line. That's a base hit going to the wall. Soto is in. Alonso digging for 3rd. He's going to be waved around. The relay throw to the plate by Estrada. He slides and he's safe.
Oh, wow.
Lindor drives in a pair with a pinch hit double, and the Mets go up 4-2 in the 9th. Broken toe and all, Francisco Lindor with the big blow to put the Mets back in front.
Wow, yes, sir. You applaud that. Wow. What came back inside on Lindor. Fastball turns. That's clutch.
The Rockies are going to challenge the play at the plate on Alonso. So the Mets will get at least 1 run out of this, and we'll see whether they get the 2nd.
No, the umpire, Conroy, is right there where he should be, or should, oh boy.
Ball certainly got there in time, but Alonso moved that left hand out of the way, and I don't know if Goodman got a tag on him or not. See, he does the okey-doke with the left hand. He got the right hand in. He did. He's safe.
He got in.
That's a good call by Conroy and a great okey-doke by Alonso to move that.
Heck of a slide by Pete. I'll say that.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe.
So it's a 2-run double for Lindor, and the Mets have a 4-2 lead in the ninth.
What a ball game.
Single by Soto, walk to Alonso, and then the 2-out pinch hit, 2-run double by Lindor to give the Mets a 2-run lead in the ninth.
Wow, wow, wow.
And Farmer lines one out to right. Soto's right there waiting for it, and the ball game is over. The Mets win a thriller from the Rockies. Huge hits by Alonso and Lindor. Great pitching by Senga. Stanek and Diaz shut it down, and the Mets defeat the Rockies for the 4th straight time as they've won for the 10th time in their last 13 games, winning tonight 4-2.
And just, I think, the best game of the year. And these games are inspirational right here. Your two veterans, the guys that you want, that you look up to, that drive in the big runs. They both have been coming through. Lindor off the bench with the foot. Stanek gets the win. Diaz shuts it down for his 14th save. Juan Soto with 3 hits. His first 3-hit game as a Met. And there's your hero of the game right there. Off the bench, 2 RBI double to win the game.
He's quiet, sees the baseball well. See if Ryan McMahon can be the guy. Well, this is a spot where they've really succeeded this year. 4th best in Major League Baseball, 8 for 23 with the bases loaded. It's 348.
Stanek had a base hit his last time up. Rolled one up the middle. That was against Kodai Senga. This is Cohen. Oh, man. The absolute worst possible scenario.
And again, Jordan did everything right here. This is, you're always taught, don't go past where the third baseman goes, freeze on a line drive. Jordan did everything. He retreated, but it's hit making Beatty move towards third base, which makes him a little bit quicker there. Just beats Jordan back.
Yeah, he's going to apply the tag, which he didn't need to do. And a fly ball to fairly deep right. 1-2. And Stanek, who a moment ago was looking at a bases loaded, nobody out situation, lives to tell about it. Soto with a base hit toward left center field. Juan is going to shut it down after an aggressive turn. And that's why, Sully, you play deep, right?
Yep.
Agnos ready. That's inside. So now they're 2 on with 1 out. Soto to second, Alonso to first. Jeff McNeil coming up. He has a broken toe. The only reason he wasn't in the lineup yesterday in LA, and at least initially tonight, will pinch hit for Tyrone Taylor. And so the counseling and the scouting report is being delivered by Hunter Goodman to Zach Agnos because Darryl Scott was already just out.
Yep. That's why the catcher's got on his left wrist basically every guy in the lineup, every pitcher, and how you want to attack him.
First and third, 2 outs. Lindor takes strike 1. For 1, line drive down the right field line. Lindor has put the Mets ahead. Pete Alonso is going to get a green light. And the throw to the plate is not going to get him. Off the bench, a 2-run double for Francisco Lindor.
11th double by Lindor. I think the Rockies are going to take a look at the tag at the plate against Alonso. Little cutter, same pitch as the first one. Lindor gets the head out. Sam Hiller does a really good job in right field, cutting this ball off before it gets to the wall. And Alonso, he's rounding third, but the throw from Estrada is on time. I thought Pete might have gotten that right hand in. He did a good job swim moving that left hand, pulling it back. Tough to see from that angle. Tough to see there as well. Did he catch the plate, actually, is the question.
Will let us know.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Colorado will lose its challenge.
Wow. The reason Lindor's in the dugout, by the way, is they're going to pinch run because of his toe with Acuna. Well, evidently in New York, they couldn't determine definitively, and that's why they say not call confirmed, but call stands. And that's a big break for the Mets because Hilliard had hit for Keston Hiura. This ball lined, but right at Soto, and the Mets come from behind and have defeated the Rockies 4-2 on this Friday night in front of just under 35,000. Pete Alonso had a 2-run double. Diaz picks up his 14th save. Stanek out of the pen gets the win. Zach Agnos suffers the loss. And a big hit off the bench from All-Star Francisco Lindor. Tough one for the Rockies. Their 3-game winning streak is gone. A lot to talk about, though, on the UC Health Rockies postgame show. It's coming up next.
And Stanek steps off for a disengagement before the start of this plate appearance. Beck at third, Estrada at second, Goodman at first. The infield remains in. Nobody out. Pitch. Line toward third. Caught by Beatty. Diving to third. He tags the bag. Double play. A miracle. Jordan Beck diving back to the third base bag. Beatty caught it. The ball brought him toward the line. He made the catch toward the line and dove and landed on, I think, either the bag or Beck. But in any event, it is a miracle double play on a ball that was going down the line. And there are 2 outs, first and second, and Brenton Doyle coming up.
Well, as I said, nothing's guaranteed. And man, oh man, what a play by Brett Beatty.
So here is Doyle. Stanek ahead 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Unbelievable. Ryne Stanek gets out of bases loaded, nobody out, and we stay tied to the 9th inning at Coors Field in Colorado. Freaky Friday here in Denver. Tie game on Odyssey Mets Radio. Andy Gonzalez is the assistant hitting coach. 2-2. Soto lines one toward left center field. That is a bullet up the alley. Doyle cuts it off. Soto takes a big turn, but puts the brakes on with a hard hit single the other way. And once again, the Mets have a base runner in a tight game. That's the go-ahead man on at first with 1 out in the top of the 9th. So many key hits trying to come through here in the 9th. Deep breath from Agnes. Payoff. Inside, he walked him. So Alonso moves the line along. Soto up to second. Alonso to first. And Jeff McNeil coming up. Tyrone Taylor the batter, but here comes Francisco Lindor. Fractured toe and all, the pinch hit for Tyrone Taylor, and the Mets fans here in Colorado are on their feet at Coors Field. Batting in the center fielder spot, so we'll see how Carlos handles it defensively when we go to the bottom of the 9th. But for right now, it's all about getting the big hit.
Yeah, he has a couple of options. He can move McNeil out to the outfield if he wants, and then slide Nimmo over to center. But right now, it's just all about Francisco Lindor coming through offensively.
Now, when he got hit on the foot on Wednesday, he was kind of fighting through it. He didn't know what he had, and he played the rest of the game, was hitless the rest of the way, but made some tough plays at shortstop. Was off yesterday, but in today. 2 outs, first and third, tie game, 9th inning. Pitch. in for a strike, a cutter, and it's 0-1. Lindor batting left-handed here. Facing the righty, Zach Agnes. Soto, the go-ahead man, takes a walking lead at third. Pete at first. 0-1 pitch. Line to right field. That is a base hit for Francisco Lindor. Soto comes in to score. Alonso right behind him. He takes the turn. Cut off toward the plate. The slide, the tag. Save! Lindor to second with a 2-run go-ahead double. 4-2 Mets in the ninth. Fractured toe and all. Lindor pinch hits the Mets to the lead. Colorado wants to challenge this second run. But for now, at least the Mets have a 3-2 lead. The play at the plate for Alonso was close. And we'll see here.
What a moment for Francisco Lindor. As if there was ever a doubt. And what a slide by Pete Alonso as well. Hilliard does a really nice job cutting this off before it gets to the corner completely. And Alonso goes in, he pulls back his left arm and slaps the right arm down to avoid the tag.
Yeah, did he swim around it here?
Certainly looked like it from the naked eye. We haven't seen a replay that would tell us otherwise yet.
Again, the call on the field was safe. There has to be enough to overturn it, and I think you're right, Pat. I think Pete swims around it. Here we go with the verdict. Chris Conroy, the crew chief, has the answer.
On the field stands. The runner is safe. Colorado will lose its challenge.
How about that? Pete Alonso with a slide here in Colorado, and the call that stands, which means the call on the field is the one they're going with. It was too close to tell. So Acuna takes over at second base. Lindor officially drives in 2 with a double, and it is 4-2 Mets in the top of the ninth. 4-2 Mets, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, the 0-1. Line toward right field. Soto, back couple of steps, makes the catch. Ball game over. Mets win the opener in Colorado 4-2. Francisco Lindor makes a cameo appearance, coming up with a 2-run double to give the Mets the lead and the win as Diaz slams the door in the ninth inning. A 4-2 win to take the first one of this 3-game set. In the ninth for Colorado, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Back to Coors Field in a moment on Odyssey Mets Radio, powered by the all-new Nissan Kicks.
As things are, based on what they've done most of the year, Rockies got a run off Brazoban, trying to take the lead here against Stanek, and it's a line drive caught and doubled up at third as Beatty caught the liner and tagged out Jordan Beck. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
Jordan Beck did not have a big lead. I mean, he saw that liner coming and he froze like you're supposed to do, but the ball is taking the third baseman Beatty toward third base. That little slicing line drive, and it was a perfect opportunity to double up, and the Mets did that. What a big break for New York.
Unexpected twists in a 2-2 game. Pitch, swing and a miss. He gets Brenton Doyle, and somehow the Rockies don't score with the bases loaded like the Mets didn't. We go to the ninth, still tied at 2 on the KOA Rockies radio network. Agnos, the 2-2, and it's a base hit to left field, left center field. Doyle gets to it. Soto takes a big turn, but he has to hold. Good play by Brenton, but once again going the other way. Soto picks up his 3rd single of the night.
Sometimes difficult to know where to pitch this guy. You pitch him away, he will go to left field like he's done really the entire series in New York, and doing it certainly here tonight again.
Through the Mets. He's not going. The 3-2 is inside, ball 4. And the plot thickens.
Runner does advance, but now you got a chance to get out of the inning.
And how about this? Sore, broken toe and all, Francisco Lindor is going to pinch hit like we talked earlier, it's really all about pain management. After getting hit on the pinky toe, if you will, of his right foot, the bone broken but no joint issues, so there was no need for surgery. I mean, Lindor with wonderful numbers on the season, and he was a big part of the Mets' success last weekend. 279 hitter, 14 homers, 36 RBIs. He'll take a strike. He has been very tough on the Rockies over the last 3-4 years. 0-1 pitch. Lined into right field. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to go to the wall. Cut off by Moniak. They're going to send Alonso. The throw home. The slide. The tag. He avoided the tag. He is safe. Francisco Lindor, the leader of this Mets team, delivers a 2-run double in the ninth. 4-2 New York.
What a gutsy performance coming out with that sore toe like it is. Not a great pitch by Zach Agnos. Left it out over the plate. But he was there and ripped it down that right field line.
And the Mets third base coach Mike Sarbaugh thought it was worth the chance to send Alonso. The throw was on the first base side. Hunter Goodman reached back but didn't get him before he touched home plate. Although it looks like the Rockies are going to challenge, and they might have something here, because I don't know if he touched it with his hand going by.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Colorado will leave the challenge.
The difference between a first place team and a team trying to find itself, inches.
Yep.
And in this case, maybe millimeters. Not often on a night in which you're 2 for 15 in the clutch that you might get the win, but there's a drive towards right. But Soto's got room. He's got it. And the Mets take game one of this series. Final score 4-2. We'll be back to Coors Field in a moment on the KOA Rockies Radio Network.